Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name's Andrea and this is Beauty with Andy. Thank you so much for joining me today. So today's video is going to be the final look with the Makeup Obsession Sunshine Makes Me Happy. So it's day 3, look 3. I've really been enjoying it, guys, so much so that I'm going to get a couple more of these little palettes. Revolution, I've got a sale on at the moment where if you buy 3 you get 1 free, so 3 for 2 basically. But by the time this goes up it might not be on anymore, and like when I go and get them it will probably not be on anymore because I'm going to get them next week. So yeah, we're just gonna crack into it. Let me retrieve it off the floor. I mean, who even says retrieve anymore? Yeah, so I picked it up and then I dropped it again. I am such a klutz. So it just looks like that. We've obviously shown this twice on the channel before. So we're going in with the bottom 3 now, and there's more mattes in here so we can kind of like deepen it out with Sunrise. So we're going to start off with Buttercup. I don't know if that's lighter or darker than Ray, but I guess we'll find out. And then the only shade all over the lid that we can use is Glow, but I'm also going to be using one of these two here as an inner corner highlight. As we've used them before, I don't think it matters. So yeah, let's get into it, guys. Really looking forward to seeing how this one turns out because I really like the last 2 looks. I just need to find the correct brush. Oh, I've got it here. Just swiping that colour on from yesterday, that Ray shade. Yeah, that's fine. So we're going to go in with Buttercup, which is this shade here. So as I was saying, I've really enjoyed using this over the past 3 days, so much so that I do actually want to collect a couple of the others that they've got out. So I can't remember the exact names of them, but I will be buying them. The sale could be off by the time I get around to buying them next week, but that's fine. I don't actually mind because they are only £5 each. I think there's a purple one, a blue one, and like kind of a minty green one. Yeah, they really do remind me of the Colourpop ones so much. I mean, I don't know about obviously pigmentation and things like that because I don't have any of those Colourpop ones. I've only really got from Colourpop the Super Shock eyeshadows. And like Ray, this is going on really nicely. Really pigmented. Goes on really nice with this kind of brush. I mean, to be honest, it looks very similar in tone, the actual shade. But I mean, how many yellows can you put in? You know, it's a yellow palette. How many different yellows is there to put in anyway? So I don't actually mind that it is a very similar yellow. So I have taken that into the outer V, but we're also going to be going in with Sunrise in the outer V as well. I think Ray is a tiny smidgen darker, but it's not much darker, just by looking at it in the pan. Don't know if that's going to show up on camera. But yeah, I do not have anything like this in the collection. I think the closest thing I've got to this palette is my Morphe and Jaclyn Hill one, the Armed and Gorgeous. I do have the Urban Decay Naked Honey, but they're completely different vibes. They're more of a mustard vibe. And like I've said in previous videos, it really does remind me of the Colourpop Her Honey. I'd love to know what you guys think about that. Like I said, I don't have any of the palettes to compare it to. Okay, I'm just going to blend that out now. Where's the blending brush? Oh, it's here. Got someone coming out today to put new kitchen cupboards on, but I really need to go to the shop in a minute. So I might have to try and go to the shop very quickly. They're not coming out till this afternoon, and it can be between 12 and 4, and we're approaching 12 now, I know, but it's not really going to wait. This would be a good time if I had someone look like close by to actually wait in for a second, but I don't. My mum's too unwell to actually come here and sit and wait for them, so I can't expect her to do that, and I don't really have any other family. Okay, right, so let's go in with Sunrise, which is this, it looks like a deeper mustard yellow shade. I think I'm going to go in with this brush. So this is the brush that I used the other day when I used the Revolution Pro Ocean's Treasure palette. I had to think what it was called then. So this is the BH Cosmetics 122, so I've washed it. Sure, I've got another one of these somewhere, and because we've already gone in with that yellow, it's probably not going to show up too well. No, it's not really. I should have just left it and gone in with this, because you can't really tell. It's too close and matched to the Buttercup shade. It's only slightly darker. Right, and then what we're going to be doing now is we're just going to be going in with that gold. It's in the shade Glow, which is that one there. And I'm really digging the brush in just because, ooh, that's pretty. Yeah, I was really digging the brush in because I didn't know how pigmented it was. And when I did the swatches, I did some of the swatches for you on the first look. I will do the rest of the swatches in today's video. It just wasn't coming out well. So, especially the shimmers, neither were the mattes really, but there's quite a bit of fallout with this shade. It is a really beautiful shade though, guys. All I can say is, if you live in the UK, we all know how much it is to ship Colourpop to the UK. So you've got obviously the items that you want from Colourpop, and then you've also got the shipping, which to the UK is about £10, and then you've got your customs fees on top, which can range from, like, even for a few products it can be like £20 customs fee. And I'm just thinking, well, that could be actually more than the product itself. That's why I refused to order from them. It's just such a shame though, because they are such a good brand, and I just wish they would actually come to the UK, to Boots or Superdrug. Right, and what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go back in with the shade Sunrise, just on the outer corner here, because I don't want the shade Glow all over the lid. Yeah, that looks nice. And we're going to do the same on the right eye, no, the left eye. I'm going to spray it as well, just to see how much more pigmented it builds up, which you really don't need to spray this shade. The other shades that sprayed, you do, but with this shade itself, it's just so pretty. I mean, they do have fallout, guys, but I mean, I'm really not bothered about fallout. If you are, you might not like it. But, I mean, the mattes don't really have any fallouts as shimmers. But if that is something that bothers you and is a deal breaker, then yeah, you might not like it. But for £5 you can't really expect much. I'm going to bring it in close and you'll be able to see, like, especially on this middle row, you can basically see kind of that they're a little bit, I wouldn't say they're chunky because they're not chunky eyeshadows, but it's just where I've been scraping my brush. They do have more fallout than the mattes, but it's just a really nice palette. I think I'm more drawn into it because of these shades of it. If it was just like a bronzy palette I might not like it as much, but it's just a beautiful eyeshadow palette. Right, let me go and get my spray and we'll test it with spray on it as well. Okay, so let's get the brush. Where are you, brush? I don't know where I put it down. It's here. And this is like a red tone bronze. Like I said, you do not need to wet your brush at all with it. It's just pigmented right off the bat. But I just want to show you how much you can build it up. I like to see what the difference is, so I always go in with eyeshadows that like just by themselves, and then I like to test them with a spray as well, just so you can see what the difference is and I can see it as well. Okay, you can definitely see how much more pigmented that side is to that side. Okay, so now we need to go in with an inner corner highlight, so I'm going to use this brush. I think it's just another accent. No, this one's a detailer brush. Which one shall we use? Maybe Beach Plays, and if that's too dark we'll go in with Sandy Toes. Actually alright. Again, they've got a little bit of fallout. Oh, it's so nice. Right, so I'm going to blend them out just a tiny bit. I want to keep the pigment really, but just stop it looking as harsh. And that Sunrise shade I'm going to put on the lash line, so it's a little bit more cohesive. In yesterday's video, towards the end, I did lose some files, but it was only when I was putting my mascara and my eyeliner, and then obviously when I chose the lipstick, I came back on. I just couldn't, the files were there, they were on the computer, but they must have been corrupted. Okay, right, so let's go in with, where's that? Oh, it's here. I was going to say, where's that brush that I've been using for the liner? Is this one. It's the Smoky Eyeshadow brush. So again, I'm just going to go in with this shade here. so now let's get some mascara, no eyeliner first. So yeah, we're going to be putting the Too Faced Perfect Black on. Hopefully you'll be able to see this and it won't cut out. And they're really handy little travel palettes, these. You do get a lot of eyeshadow for your money. I know they're only small pans, but if you're anything like me, you wouldn't go through a full entire eyeshadow palette anyway. I've got that many in my collection. After lipsticks, I really need to declutter my eyeshadow palettes. Okay, let's put the mascara on, and I'm still using the Poundland one. It's the Makeup Gallery Turn Up the Volume and Define. I mean, I don't want to say for Poundland, but for an expensive mascara, this is a really good one, guys. I mean, I only paid £1 for it. And look what it's doing to my lashes. It's really nice. And I haven't curled my lashes. This is just what it's doing. I have got curlers. I found some curlers the other day as well in my bedroom. I just don't use them. Right, so that's that. Then the lipstick choice of today is one that I'm thinking maybe I'll be decluttering. Not 100% sure on it, so it's nearly dropped it. So it's the PS Beauty Liquid Matte Kiss Proof Long Lasting and Intense colour. It's in the shade Vintage. It looks like that. It does look a pretty shade. I'm just not too sure, and if I'm not too sure about it, then what's the point in hanging on to it? Oh, it smells nice. Right, so there was just a bit of lipstick on my teeth as per usual, so I had to get rid of that. But while I was doing that, I was thinking, oh, this is such a pretty shade. It reminds me of Queen Bee, so I did some swatches. It's nowhere near really, but I am going to be keeping this in the collection. It really is a nice shade. I think it's the other one I wasn't too sure on. So this one is in the shade Vintage. I think at the time, I got some birthday money, and I think I got this from my sister's money. I think it was £3. And so that's Queen Bee. That is one of my favourite lipsticks by Too Faced. And then that's Vintage. So that's about 3 or 4 shades darker. So it's not at all a dupe for it or anything. I just thought I would check. And if it was, then I could let you know. But I don't think they do these anymore anyway, unless you went to a bigger Primark store. You might be able to find them, but I have had this for at least a year. So this is the look. So this is what it looks like. Quite bronze toned. I've just realised I haven't done the swatches, so let's just do them swatches I didn't do in the first look, just so you're aware of like pigmentation. And obviously the pigmentation on hand swatches are never the same anyway. As you can see it's really quite pigmented the way I applied it. So I'm just gonna wash all this off and then we can get into the swatches. Okay, so I've done the top row, so I won't go into them again. But I didn't do these swatches in the middle row yesterday. So let's start there. So these are all shimmers, and normally shimmers show up a lot more than mattes, don't they? So that's the first one. It's not really showing up to the party. That's just one swatch. So with these, I think I'll do 2 swatches so you can see. So this shade is Beach Please. The first one in the second row. Again, not the best, but it looks so much more pigmented on the eye. So don't let these swatches put you off actually trying it out, because obviously you can see the pigmentation on my eyes. Then we've got Sandy Toes, which makes a great inner corner highlight. I seem to have lost the power of speech today. That one's a bit smoother, so that's one swatch. So this one, yeah, I've told you, it's Sandy Toes. Can't stop sniffling today. I don't know if it's hay fever or allergies or what. They are a bit crumbly, and you can see that on the hand there, but they do blend out well. And then the last one we've got here is Bronze Goddess. That one is so much more smoother compared to the other shades, and you can tell shows up to the party a lot more than these two shades did. So let's do another swatch just to make it fair. Yeah. Sorry about that little interruption, my card was full. I've taken all the files off it now. Right, so we're going to go in with this last row here, the ones that we used today. So look, you can see how crumbly it is, but they do blend out well, trust me. And it's not showing up that great, so we're going to do two swatches of these. This is in the shade Buttercup. So we use this all over the crease, and that's what it looks like. Obviously two swatches. Right, and then we've got Sunrise, so that's that one. Again, it's not really showing up, but that's the shade there. Let's do another swatch there. Right, so what I'm going to do with Sunrise and Ray, they do look pretty similar, don't they? I'm going to swatch Ray next to it so you can see the difference in shades. So like I said to you before though, how many different tones of yellow can a company put in here? So I'm going to do two swatches of this. You've seen this one swatch, so I'll just automatically go in with two swatches. Like, I thought that was more like the middle shade here, but it is actually more like this shade, the first shade we swatched, which is Buttercup, which they don't look the same in the actual pan. It looks more like Sunrise, but it isn't. It's more like Buttercup. So yeah, that's those two. And then I'm going to take those swatches off, and we're just going to swatch that last shade I used all over the lid. I'm just going to kind of dry my hand the best I can. So that one is called Glow. It's a really nice red tone bronze. I'm really going to swirl my fingers in that. Right, on the hand it is showing up quite well. Better than the other shimmers anyway, but that's because it's darker and you'd expect it to. I'm going to go in with two swatches, and that's what it looks like with two swatches. It's a really, really pretty shade, guys. So this concludes the video. Hope you've enjoyed watching it. I hope you've enjoyed my mini review, first impressions, 3 days, 3 looks with the Makeup Obsession Sunshine Makes Me Happy palette. Not too sure what I'm going to be calling the video yet, because that is a mouthful. It's probably going to be called something like 3 days with Makeup Obsession Sunshine Makes Me Happy, but even that's a mouthful. So yes guys, this concludes the video. Thank you so much for watching. It really does mean a lot to me that you've taken some time out of your day to watch the channel. Please like, subscribe, share and comment. That really means a lot to me and also helps out the channel, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.